Hello, I am the HeroScaper. Today we're going to do just a quick video on how to paint Phantom Knights. This is a new thing I'm starting where I focus on some things just with a bit less production value and just, really simple paints that don't need hours of editing, just to help you all out and get some more information out there. So today we will be focusing on these Phantom Knights. I love these units. If you've ever faced one, you know that they are to not be trifled with. They are scary, mobile, and hard to take down in a lot of builds. So a lot of people have been wanting to use these. I get a lot of requests for these, and they're honestly really easy to make. So I've kind of been throwing them in recently with a lot of commissions I've been doing. But that's enough yammering. Let's get right into the painting of this. So first, I'd recommend if you have the ability to print, or your print guy, has the ability to do so, get a translucent green ABS resin for your print. This will be a good base to build off. If you don't have, a translucent green, you can of course use translucent clear or whatever colors you have. I just found this one works really good, and it's a good base. It gets that signature see-through ability of the classic model that that you want to have. If you only have solid resin, I would recommend still base coating a dark green or a greenish yellow for that same look as this, and you can still follow along. So first, I'm just going to get this, put this on my handy dandy paint handle, which is just a PVC pipe with a bunch of sticky tack on it just to hold it in place. Helps give me a bit better control. And then I'm going to take some white paint here and just dry brush onto this. So I already have some on my dry palette here, and I'm using some fancy dry brushes. Honestly, these were given to me as a gift. You do not need to do so, and you can just get makeup brushes, like a big pack for like $5 on Amazon. I do like these brushes though, and if you're looking for a recommendation of where to start, these are really good ones. I think they're by Artify. So I have this old ruined wall. I use a texture palette. You can use a napkin or some cloth. I have painting shorts I usually just get the excess paint off of. My wife loves seeing me covered in paint, but I found this is kind of fun, and it works really good because there's a lot of different textures and stuff on this wall, and you can kind of see this evolve over time as I do things on it. So there's that. Just a little bit. That removes all the excess, and now we can do this. You want to see the kind of the flow of the texture and go against that, like you're painting a cat the wrong way. And I might have taken a bit too much. You kind of want this to be a heavy dry brush because we will be covering, and you want the white to really show through. If you're feeling fancy, focus primarily on the tops and the middles, an additional layer, which will kind of give it like a glowing effect. Just go all over and get as much of the corners as possible. More paint on this dry brush. You don't want too much, otherwise it will kind of make the mini a bit too cloudy. But you don't want too little, otherwise it'll just take a lot longer. It's a nice handy dandy texture palette here. You can buy those, some more official looking ones on Etsy that have some couple different grains and varieties. Focus on top of the shields. Try to get a little bit inside the capes, just so you can get some coverage there too. All right, so you want to let those sit for a moment, wait till they're all dry. And when you're done with the dry brush, definitely make sure you don't let it set. as the paint has a tendency to get really deep down to the ferrule and the bristles, and dry brushes are things that, you know, you gotta really make sure you clean with some dish soap and run them all over a napkin as soon as you're done. All right, so we'll leave this to the side. The paint has been dried on these guys, and you just want to get just your standard brush, something with a wide body. I got this brush right here, my daughter ruined for me, and so it's just a size 4 for Monument, just a big body brush because we got a lot of surface area. And now here's the fun part. I've been messing a lot with fluorescents, which are essentially really bright, the pigmented paints that appear glowing when you apply them to a miniature. I've been doing a lot of fun effects for highlights, glow effects, and just a lot of fun things. They work really great for these Phantoms. So get yourself some fluorescents. A lot of the paint brands have them. I know Army Painters I had some come out for the Fanatic line, Vallejo, and Pro Acryl. I'm a Pro Acryl stan, so I use those. Make sure you shake them up really well. And I would just recommend putting them in your dry palette as well. It's like putting washes on your wet palette. This has a tendency to flow, and if it mixes with the other paint, it can create some weird effects. So kind of go to this, keep it pretty heavy. Don't need to thin it out too much, and just apply this. Maybe just a bit more water here. Not too much. You don't want to thin this out because it comes on like a glaze, very thin. That's why the dry brush white is very important. Gives this all a nice bright glow. And let me get my little paint handle, follow my own instructions, and I'll just put this all over the model. Now, since this does have a consistency of a glaze, definitely, you know, you can take 1 or 2 passes over it, and it still maintains that general see-through nature that you want for a Phantom Knight. This method isn't like 100% accurate to the other method. I honestly like this version a bit more, as it does make these Phantoms look a lot more like the Ghost in Lord of the Rings. So, you know, that's a win in my book there. And honestly, once you get them all finished and based, no one will really care. You'll be happy, I think, with the finished product. So just kind of spread it around. It might have a tendency to kind of pull these capes, so if you see some kind of unseen pulling, just kind of spread that around really good, and just kind of let that dry, standing up, and just keep on going down the line. Phantom Knights are really great, and they're really expensive, so this is hopefully going to be a good method for those who are wanting to bring those to their tournament or to ScapeCon, or, you know, just even their own personal games. Yeah, I love the Phantom Knights. I think they are a powerhouse of a unit for sure. Okay, and there we go. Let's just do it the last guy. Now, since these guys were on my paint holder and I have a bit too much sticky tack, I missed the feet. I'll go back and get those going, because you want to probably get the top of the feet going. Always shake your paints really well. And when you put your paints in, make sure you don't, you know, dip it up to the base of the ferrule. You want to save that spot, because the moment paint gets there, your brush starts to break down. And just apply really fast, really easy. I like it because the green is just a great transition to this brighter yellow. Have a good contrast there. Missed a dry spot there, but that's okay. You want to make sure you kind of get this area underneath the cape and all that stuff. Okay, and you let those dry. So this is what it looks like when it's all dry. Now, I would recommend, once kind of that fluorescent paint is not wet anymore, you want to definitely be patient with that. And just do one more lighter white dry brush. So let's get this. Do that kind of same process again. This time, focus on the middle of the sword right here to make it kind of give it more of a cool glowy effect. It's kind of a painting shorthand. If you want a cool glowing effect on the sword, just dry brush the middle and then just kind of go down again really fast, really light. Just the tip of your dry brush, just to kind of get that little ghostly glow going. My other ones are still drying. I kind of did this one beforehand just to get this video done really fast. Feet and some legs. And there you go. Nice, easy Phantom Knights. Put them on a base and put a satin varnish on them, and you're good to go. All right. Let's get a bit closer. And there you have it. Some nice and easy Phantom Knights. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video and it helped you out, be sure to like and subscribe. And stay tuned for more painting videos. I got some fun stuff on the way. I even maybe starting to work on some AOA stuff. So definitely keep an eye out. Stay scaping, stay painting, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Are you and whose army?
Yes, sir.